P.S. Get yourself a pen and get yourself some paper, because this is going to be intense, but a good intense, I promise. So the reason I am doing this video is because 18 days ago today, I changed my TikTok name. Whilst I was lying on the sunbed on holiday, I changed my TikTok name. I had like a light bulb moment and I thought, what if my name states the niche? What if when people are scrolling and they see one video about Manchester, but they see that my name is Manchester Bucket List, that they think this could be a Manchester page rather than Victoria Fulcher and a one-off video. Do you know what I mean? So, on the 7th of October, I'm sure it was the 7th, I was on 3,119, which I didn't get a screenshot of, but later in that day, I already grew to 3,163. So, I just wanted to show you that 18 days later, this is what I'm on. Let me get it up. 5,407. 18 days. How? Let me tell you how, because I didn't know how until I tried it myself. Let me run you through absolutely everything that I've researched in the past years. This could work on Instagram, but Instagram, I'll be honest with you, I'm not big by any means on there, but I'm big enough to be able to get collabs and stuff like that. But this is solely focused on TikTok, and what I'm about to tell you is all on here, and it's taken me a while to get this information together, but it's 100% been worth it, because not only is my benefit, it's for your benefit as well. So let's get started. So the first one, study the platform. So what I mean by this is like what sort of things you want to capture. So as a viewer, what sort of things capture your attention? So is it the writing on a page? Is it a sound? Is it a trending sound? Is it a voiceover? Is it the first 3 seconds? What is it? Write it down. So I can tell you that the most important things are the first 3 to 5 seconds of a TikTok. I am just looking at my notes just to refer back to. There is writing on there, so be precise. So for example, I will always refer back to mine, just because I have grown on there quite quickly and I just want to show you kind of what I've done. So let me get a video for you. So I'm not always saying that you have to have writing on there, but if you do, the niche that I'm aiming for is Manchester. So Manchester at the top, like catch their attention. First word, catch their attention, okay? Voiceover, I am the same on a voiceover as I am with writing. I am called Manchester Bucket List, kind of, it's obvious in the name of what I am. That's another thing, make it clear of what your page is about. So a voiceover, if you're going to do that, which you should, because it makes it more personal, make it like a hook the viewers in within the first 3 seconds. Once again, not only with the writing but with the voiceover, maybe even the sound doesn't always matter, but I'll get onto that. So voiceover, my go-to voiceover is Manchester, add this to your bucket list. This creates like a trademark, so I should say. So when people are scrolling and they hear Manchester, add this to your bucket list, that's me straight away. They know it's me because I'm continuous with it. I'm like consistent with my voiceovers. Like I'm building a personal brand. People know me by saying that. Does that make sense? I've literally done it for 18 days, as I said. I think it was 18. And people are already private messaging me on Instagram, not even on the TikTok, being like, oh, hey, I love your TikToks. Like, I noticed it from your voiceover. Like, it works, okay? It works, trust me. And the sounds, the sounds don't matter as much, I would say. Trending sounds, yeah, obviously try and use them, but if they don't correlate with your video, don't really use it. I don't really know, like, sounds isn't really a big one, because if you voicing over it, like, you tend to turn it down anyway and just have it as a slight background noise. But if you are doing one like a swipey one, which you're doing really well at the moment, just latch on to what's doing well on your For You page. So the swipey, like, picture one, that's obviously going to have a full volumed sound. So just choose a sound that you feel, like, use a bit of common sense. Choose a sound that you feel goes with it. So like, someone asked me for like an R&B night out in Manchester, so I put an R&B song over it. Do you know what I mean? Like, just use a bit of common sense with that. Okay, back to the username and everything in between. How you set up your profile really, really resonates with your videos. So, sorry that I keep looking here, there's a lot to take in. So your photo, your username, and your bio. So your photo and your username go hand in hand. So it's who you are and what you want to be known for. So you need to create like a kind of atmosphere. So let me, once again, sorry that I keep showing you, I will be showing you a lot in this video. So my photo and my username are identical, if you can see that. So Manchester Bucket List, and then I've made myself a logo, Manchester Bucket List. Like, the more you make it clear to a viewer of who you are and what you do, it's easier for them to understand. People don't have the time, and people don't care to have the time to scroll through your videos and understand what your page is about, rather than just telling them straight up. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I changed the username, and look at how much it's popped off. So I was originally victoriasfulcher_, and it was growing, but it was a bit like, wasn't enough. Do you know what I mean? So that definitely helps. Make sure you just make it clear to your audience of who you are and what you do. So yeah, with the name, going back to the name, make it how you want people to find you. So with mine, Manchester Bucket List, when people search Manchester, not only will it come up on videos with the hashtags and the caption, but I will now come up on users, because my name includes the word Manchester. Does that make sense? So that's just increasing your likelihood of people finding you. So that's kind of what I mean by that. So make sure you have in your name something to do with your topic. So Manchester, Manchester Bucket List, etc. So as an example, I did have a video go viral at 1.2 million views with my victoriasfulcher username. But that's the only time, really, my video has gone viral. So yeah, your Manchester videos, I'm just going off my niche once again, like, please relate this to yours. My Manchester videos can go viral with my name victoriasfulcher, but they will only show up on the For You page. And if someone types in Manchester and then searches for videos, but like, they physically come up. I physically come up as one of the first users when someone types in Manchester, when they look for users. Like, people are going to look for users usually more than videos, because their page has loads of videos on that topic. So that's why it's so important to make your username so relevant to your niche. So with your bio, make this like a marketing strategy. So basically, you've got 80 characters in your bio, get to the point. It's not a lot of characters, so get to the point. So you need to put what your page is about, an email address to contact for collabs, because I'm guessing if you want to grow on TikTok, you want collabs to come in with this to create an income. So not everyone wants to, but the majority who are watching this probably do. So don't make it out about don't make it about yourself. So like, mum of two, dog of what? That made no sense. You know what I mean? Don't make it about your personal life, make it about what that page is about, okay? No one cares about people's personal lives. That sounds awful, but not when they're looking for something else other than that. Like, people, fair enough, they do watch people for them, and that's absolutely fine. That's their niche. But if your niche isn't about you in particular, it's about, for example, fitness page, a makeup page, Manchester page like mine, make that specifically, match it to your name, match it to your profile picture. Give yourself every opportunity for someone to find you, okay? Now, I hope that is making a little bit of sense. Just use a bit of like common sense. Make it like a bit of like a marketing strategy, as I said. So Manchester just needs to be the word in every single thing. Bio, email even. Mine's Victoria at manchesterbucketlist.co.uk. I did create a domain, but that is completely up to you. So if you had a fitness page, your picture may be you showing your muscles or something like that. and then your name might be fitness with Sophie, whatever your name is. Bio, again, helping you with your fitness journey. Email address. And then the link, you can only have this over 1,000 followers. But as soon as you are allowed to have a link, connect that to not your Instagram in particular. You can do, but why not connect it to something like a freebie or something that they're going to gain value from, rather than just connecting your Instagram, to give them even more of a reason to follow you. Okay, niche. Now, this is a topic that everyone has different views on, and it's fine. You don't need a niche. You don't need one, but it certainly helps the algorithm if you do have one. So what I mean by that is the algorithm doesn't know who to push your content to if you've not got a niche. It'll eventually pick up and understand, but from the get-go, it's not going to know. So in order to make it a quicker process, give TikTok your niche. Give it the videos that your audience wants to see. Give it the algorithm that you want it to pick up on. So no, you don't need a niche, but it certainly helps. And yes, there are a lot of content creators out there with no niche, and that's absolutely fine. And no, you don't need one. But yeah, as I said, if you want to grow quicker, a niche is the way forward. Okay, next we're on to search-friendly type of content. Now, this is a type of content where it's going to be valuable in years to come. So, for example, if I did a Halloween haul, which I did, that did really well, but it will only do well at that time of year. So definitely jump on that. Like, jump on what's going on at that time. So Halloween, Christmas, etc. But search-friendly content is going to increase your views no matter when. Does that make sense? So this video is an example of search-friendly content. So if you type in how to grow on TikTok in 2023, this will come up and it's going to be useful in years to come. Whereas a video like a Halloween haul will be useful in years to come, but once a year. Does that make sense? And even then it may not be. But this is a type of content that's always going to be searched for. So things like, I don't know, how to bake a cake, how to cook this, how to cook that, like things that don't have a time of year set on them. So this is just going to be, this will hopefully do really well, this video, because it's a type of content that's going to be viewed all year round as opposed to like a season like Halloween. Which is why my TikToks, one of the reasons, do well, because everyone's always wanting to come to Manchester. It's in mini London. So this is kind of like content where people are going to search for it all year round, regardless of the month, because people come from January to December. It doesn't matter. So the night outs never sleep, the day outs never sleep, like Trafford Centre, Arndale, like activities. There's so much to do here, which is another reason why my content does so well, because Manchester is a busy, populous city, so everyone's gonna want to come to Manchester but not gonna have a clue where to go because they're not from here, which is fair enough and understandable. So yeah, if you're wanting to grow quickly, hop on the search friendly. So as I said, just things that are popular all year round. Oh, nearly fell then. Okay, so this is why trends aren't always the answer, because they can blow up. However, when you use them, try and hop on them before it takes off. So what I mean by that is the trend's going to die pretty quickly. And when it's died, people don't care anymore. So why not get in there first when people do care? And at that moment in time, that can be search friendly, because it's like suggested searches, it's going around TikTok. Like, yes, that's search friendly for that amount of time, but you need to be search friendly for the whole year. So trends, yeah, do them, but it's going to be a temporary blow up, not a consistent, people are going to follow you for you blow up. By all means, as I said, like when Christmas, Halloween, etc. comes up, be reliant on them times of year to be search friendly. So I hope that part of the video has made some sort of sense to you, that search friendly is important all year round, okay? Okay, my next point is search for your type of niche slash video, and see what is searched for around that video. So let me put things to do in Manchester. Okay, so can you see? So here, videos, others searched for. Okay, you want to be looking for the others searched for part. It's going to say, I don't know if you can read this, but I'll read it to you. Activities in Manchester, fun activities with boyfriend Manchester, daytime activities Manchester, fun activities for couples, things to do in Manchester 2023, girls night out Manchester, affordable things to do in Manchester, Manchester UK hidden gems. Okay, so that's having a swift screenshot. That's 8 videos right there, straight away. And you know they're going to do well, more than likely, because people are searching for them. So you want to feed what people are searching for. It is about a lot of common sense with TikTok, and feeding the algorithm. Once you have watched this video, you'll be like, why didn't I think like this before? And which I completely get, because I was the same. So yeah, I have got this guide, if anyone wants it. Just do let me know, because that would really help you, I'm sure. But yeah, I might as well give it out if I can help one of you. So where was I? So yeah, search for your type of TikTok and look for what others search for. So that will definitely help as well. There's a website called answerthepublic.com, and you do have a limited amount of questions or keywords or whatever, but you put in a keyword and it'll give you the top searches using that word. So again, it's kind of like what I've just shown you, but in a different form, a different way to grow on TikTok, a different set of ideas. So that's completely free. I'm fully aware. I'm sure it's completely free. So use that to your advantage as well. Just use everything you can to your advantage, like most search for, etc, etc. And then I did have a point in here somewhere about hashtags. Yeah, that's down there. I'll get onto that. And when you are over 10,000 followers, which is obviously the aim if you are wanting to make this into a job, make sure that you create playlists. So these will come available to you as soon as you've hit 10,000 followers, which I don't have on TikTok yet, but I have seen a lot about it. And what does that do, you might think? Creating playlists creates like a bingeable Netflix series on your TikTok. So when someone's seen a tab saying bars in Manchester, the most important, I'd say important one, not important, popular, is affordable nights out in Manchester, affordable bars in Manchester. Just because everyone loves to save the money, why wouldn't you? So go on that, make one, affordable bars in Manchester, for example, or whatever's the most searched in your niche, as I said. So for example, I do affordable bars in Manchester, and in that playlist it'll be a bunch of affordable bars. But that means people are going to watch not just one of your videos, but maybe 10. It increases your views, it increases the potential earnings that if you do want to earn from TikTok. So that's another way to do it. Create bingeable content on your TikTok, like a Netflix series. So that is definitely, which I've not experienced yet, I'll be honest, completely transparent. I've not hit 10k yet, but I'm over halfway now. And it takes a lot, I won't lie to you guys, it takes a lot of energy and time. People think that content creators have it easy, and I'm not saying it's the hardest job in the world, absolutely not. But it can be mentally draining, it really, really, really can. So take time for yourself, listen to your body, take time if you need time. Don't be sorry, don't feel bad, if your body wants that, your body wants that, okay? Okay, a big one, get organised. It might sound simple, but I swear, if you do not have a content calendar, more fool you. Honestly, I hope you are coping, because I cannot. So get on Notion. Notion's free. Not an ad. I wish it was. Maybe one day. Get on Notion. Yeah, get on Notion. Notion is completely free, as I said. and get yourself a content calendar. You don't have to use Notion, use Google, use whatever you want. Use a calendar purely for your content, okay? This will change your life. So, sounds dramatic, I know, but I started YouTube without a content calendar, and let me tell you, I did not enjoy life at all. It made me think I hated YouTube. It made me think all the wrong things, and really it was just down to not being organised. So get yourself a schedule. I can give my schedule out if you do want to listen to it. I mean, I guess I don't know if everyone does, but if you do, let me know. Just drop me a message or a comment down below. Yeah, use a calendar purely for that and brain dump your ideas. Whenever you think of one, brain dump your ideas onto Notion. It's all in one place. You can use calendars, you can use lists, you can use bullet points, you can use tables. Whatever you want to use it. If it works for you, use it. I promise you, this will be the biggest thing you do for your content journey. So, yeah. So everyone's schedules do completely vary depending on the lifestyle, depending on the full-time job, if you have a full-time job, part-time job, whatever, if you have kids, whatever it may be, people's vary from literally person to person. So me showing you my schedule will not benefit you, I don't think, but if you want to just go off it for a guide, then you're more than welcome. So basically, another one, time. So the amount of time that you put, not that you put into your TikTok, that you create your TikTok for. So it can be 1 second, not 1 second, but like 10 seconds, 20, a minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. I'm sure they've still got 10-minute videos, I'm not sure though, so don't quote me on that. But time, what is the purpose of your video? So if you're educating someone, make it around a minute, because that makes sense. So you can't educate someone in 10 seconds, that's almost impossible. But if you're educating someone, like I usually do, I guess, so educating isn't like giving them things that they didn't already know, make it around a minute. That's about right. But I will say, just bear in mind, if you are wanting to make an income from this, just be mindful that they only pay you over a minute videos over a minute after 10k followers. So I won't then like just pump out like 1 minute, because that's just going to look a bit, no, that's not the right word. It can look a bit like beggy if you're not naturally creating 1 minute videos anyway before 10k, do you know what I mean? So just be mindful of that. Like, not that you should care what anyone thinks, but they only pay you on RPM over 10k followers over a minute videos if they qualify. I've not actually read like what the qualifications are for the 1 minute videos, but I'm pretty sure it's just if it's over 1 minute, but correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, now this next one isn't for everyone, but try and challenge yourself. Now, challenge could be big or small, it completely depends on your lifestyle, as I said, but I'm doing a challenge called 90 hard. Now, I've never actually heard this is a real thing apart from 75 hard, which is the gym, reading a book, etc, etc. But I've put that into like social media and called it 90 hard. So what I'm doing is posting 3 times a day. I have heard this on TikTok, but I've not heard them call it 90 hard, just as a clarification. So post 3 times a day on TikTok for 90 days and watch your growth go up. Like, I can't even explain. Wow, like this so far, it's been 18 days and I've grown way over 2,000 followers in 18 days, which I never imagined ever in my life. Like, I thought I'd have grown, so my predictions other people's predictions of me after 90 hard was to be at 5k, and I was at 3,119 when I started. Realistic goal, I smashed that in like 2 weeks, 14 days. How? Like, I do know clearly because I'm telling you, but like, it just shows that it really, really works. So my original, like, I originally put 8k to be at the end of the 90 hard, which is the 5th of January from the 7th of October. So I think I'll hit that. But I actually do think I'll be over 10k. I hate to say it. No, I don't hate to say it, but I'm scared to say it. But the way it's going, 10k could be on the cards by New Year. Now that sounds crazy, but it works, and it really works. So be consistent based on your lifestyle. Remember that. So consistency means something different to everyone. So if you agree on your schedule to post one time like a week, that to you is consistent because you've agreed to do what you said you're going to do. Consistency for me is 3 times. I'm a bit crazy, I know. I work a full-time job 3 times a day for 90 days, as well as posting on YouTube 2 times a week, and YouTube Shorts and Instagram. I do work myself through the ground. Don't recommend. Honestly, do not recommend. But if you're like me, like I'm so hungry for, I was going to say money. Yeah, obviously, but success. Being consistent is what you refer to as being consistent. So as long as you think 1 post a week is consistent, then that's consistent. Do you know what I mean? You're agreeing to what you said you were going to do. So create habits for yourself, like the consistency, schedule, etc. Atomic Habits. This is a great book. I won't get into it too much. If you do want a video of me like kind of reviewing that book when I've read it, I'm halfway through it, and so far it's honestly unreal. Changes your mindset completely. Atomic Habits by James Clear. If you do want a video on that, like following on from this one, do let me know. I'd love to do it if you want one. But yeah, create habits for yourself until it comes natural. So, hashtags. Okay, hashtags. Do not put hashtag FYP. Do you know how lost your video is going to get with hashtag FYP? That's what everyone puts. Every single niche from all around the world. Billions of people are using hashtag FYP. Get rid of it. Delete the idea from your mind. Put your hashtags, what your video is about, what it looks like, and who you are. So, I'm just looking again because I've written down example hashtags. What your video is about. Hashtag Manchester bars for me. What your video looks like. Hashtag Revolution Manchester if I'm doing an ad for Revs or a video for Revs. And who you are. Hashtag Manchester Creator. They are going to reach your audience so much more than hashtag FYP. Hashtag FYP won't, I'm not saying it won't reach your audience. Your video can reach a lot of people and can go viral with that hashtag in your bio, not in your bio, in your, what's it called, caption. But that won't be the reason, 9 times out of 10, why it's gone viral. I promise you, okay? The reason why it's gone viral is because you've used relevant hashtags, not irrelevant hashtags. Okay, and if you're stuck on what hashtags to use, like I've just given a few examples, but search your niche. So Manchester things to do, once again, that's so generic to what I do. So search your niche, go on the 3 dots at the top, filters, past 7 days, where is it? Past 24 hours, not past 7 days. You can do past 7 days if you want, but past 24 hours, just because it'll be really, really, really relevant and current. Apply. And then you'll scroll and press hashtags. And then they'll all come up. Okay, don't choose the most popular ones. The reason I say this is because if you pick one in the millions or billions, that's like using hashtag FYP. But not as bad, but if you pick one in the millions and billions, it will get lost again. So pick one in the thousands that is still popular, but you'll be pushed to the top of the popular hashtag. Make sense? I'm hoping it really does, because it's a lot to take in. I know, I'm really sorry. Another one. Don't delete any of your posts. I promise you, if you think it's embarrassing, if it's not done well, don't delete it, because it confuses the algorithm. Like, you're feeding it your niche and then pulling it back. So while the algorithm then wants to push your content out, if it's just going to be deleted again. So please do not delete content regardless. It doesn't matter if you don't like it. Keep it there, I promise. Videos can blow up. Like, it's not always about blowing up, but as an example, videos can blow up years after. Going back to the, what's the word? I've got so much information in my head. Search friendly content, okay? Going back to the search friendly content, people can search for that. One person can view it, send it to a friend, another person views it, and it's just like a little spiral that will eventually just blow up. So never ever ever delete your content. That goes for all social media as well. We're getting into the final bits now. I promise. I know it's been a long time, but this is going to be so valuable to you and will change your TikTok game. Promise. So how many times do I want to say promise? Look at your most popular videos and find out what's valuable to you and your audience. Not you and your audience, and work on that. So you can do this easily by going on your TikTok profile. Bear with. Bottom right corner, and go on the, let me show you. So there's like a little thing here. Click that, popular, and then it'll bring up my most popular videos. Look at them and see what they have in common. And obviously mine have Manchester in common, hence why the page is doing well. But you get what I'm saying, like dig deeper, what's really, really doing well and why is it doing well. See what them particular videos have in common and play on it, like work on what's doing well, like why would you not, kind of thing. So that's not to say that you can't work on something that's not done so well, because it might do well another time, but just be mindful of that. Okay, and you need to take on advice that your audience gives you. Like, I'm not even going to lie, you will probably get hate for anything and everything. That's not to say you always will, but like, just be aware that it can happen, unfortunately. It's just the way the sick world works. People have nothing better to do than put hate on people's videos, so that's lovely. But people put hate on a video of my window. They've got 1.2 million views. Like, how can you hate on a window like that? That's not possible. Like, they were saying that I lived in a prison. They were saying, like, it reminds me of when I was in prison. I was like, that says a lot about you then, doesn't it, hon? Do you know what I mean? Don't listen to them. But yeah, take on advice that your audience gives you. So, for example, I have been asked to include prices and if the food is halal when I'm reviewing restaurants. And that, to me, at first I was like, oh, they're picking at me for anything. But no, I was like, no, this will turn my content even better. So add prices and add if it's halal or not. Just some little things will increase your views and your followers once again. Like, people might not follow you until you start including the things that they want, because people want what they want. Like, selfish isn't the word, but people don't care about anyone else but themselves. If it brings value to them, they'll follow you, and if it doesn't, they simply won't. So do what they say. Like, it's kind of like the customer comes first. Like, customer, yes, no, audience, yes. Do you know what I mean? Last 3 points. I know, I'm tired as well, I'm sorry. Study your posts. Get into the habit. Once again, habits. Read Atomic Habits. Get into the habit of studying your posts, because kind of relates to go from popular and see what they have in common. But yeah, study monthly, I'd say, what's done well, what hasn't, and why. Write down, and you'll soon realise when it's written down on a piece of paper, you can kind of see it more clear. Does that make sense? So yeah, study your posts, see what's done well, see what hasn't done well, work on what hasn't done well to try and change it a little bit, and yeah, even include the comments in that as well. So that's another good point. So reply to comments. Always reply to comments. You need to create a community if you're wanting to be a content creator. And don't just reply to them, but reply with a video all the time. Because one, that's another video that you don't know if it'll blow up. It's not always about blowing up, but it's about providing value to your audience. So when you're directly speaking to them, they'll feel more like on a personal level with you. So reply to it with a video, and then make a chain, like a domino effect. So you can reply, so you know when you click on a comment and it comes up with a video, and then there's a comment on that video, and then that's answered with another video. Make it like a bingeable kind of thing. So like, you know when you're watching like a TV series, all of a sudden on TikTok like you're watching Netflix and you're like, oh God, I didn't even realise I was doing it. Make sure you do that, okay? And finally, do not, I know it's hard, try not to get disheartened by negative comments, because unfortunately that's social media and people love to get a reaction out of anything. For example, like my window. How can you hate on a window? It's beyond me. But anyway, yeah. These people will do anything to try and bring your day down. But would you let them? No, like you don't know these people. Who cares? But like I understand if like it's a different side to it and like people make personal comments when people are already going through things, like I understand that. That is really, really hard and I'm sorry that you have to go through that. But yeah, general hate comments, please. They've got nothing better to do. Okay, that has been a very, very, very long information session, if that's what you want to call it, on how to grow your TikTok in 2023. And I really do hope that that has helped you in some way. But if you think this will help anyone else, feel free to send it over to them. Oh, hello. My rabbits are just at my feet. Yeah, feel free to send it over to anyone that you think it would help. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. And yeah, let me know what you took from this. Comment down below. Any more questions, feel free. And yeah, apart from that, I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me again on my YouTube journey. And make sure you subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye, guys.